Are you a person of culture and fanatic of the Nintendo Switch? Well then, you've come to the right place, as this video will showcase some of the sauciest, meatiest, and most of all, juiciest games on the Nintendo Switch, featuring one of the most cultured men around I know.
What's up, dudes? My name is Ghostlink.
You'll be calling us both senpai in no time. So join Ghostlink and myself as we give you 10 cultured Nintendo Switch games every good degenerate needs to play.
What's up, dudes? My name is Ghostlink, and thank you so much, Upper Nimbus, for having me on today's video. So my first pick is going to be Maid of the Dead. And of course, zombies and waifus. What more could you ask for? So this game is a quirky indie game that mixes action, horror, and a touch of humor. You play as a brave maid who battles through a world filled with undead creatures and creepy environments. The combat is fast-paced and engaging, with a variety of weapons and skills to choose from. Players can upgrade their abilities, making each encounter feel fresh and exciting. The levels are well designed, with hidden secrets that encourage exploration. The story has a lighthearted tone, even amid the chaos, making it an enjoyable experience. Overall, Maid of the Dead is a fun, entertaining game that offers a unique blend of action and humor. It's perfect for players looking for something different in the horror genre.
Now, this is a game that I have mentioned on the channel a few times before in some previous videos. It does have some very heavy adult and ecchi themes. It's not actually a game that I would recommend playing in public. You know, it's kind of a game that, while it is very good and has an amazing story, great character development, the music is outstanding, this game is so addictive, and every twist and turn for the story, there are so many different pathways and avenues, different alternate endings. You can end up with a variety of different girls, well, 3 actually. Regardless of all the amazing things within Catherine Full Body, due to its heavy ecchi themes and its risque-like nature, this is something which I ended up playing behind closed doors, but it is a game I played a lot during the winter back in 2020. It was absolutely freezing down here in Australia when the game released in July of that year. The puzzle gameplay within Catherine Full Body, where you're climbing the blocks in Vincent's nightmare sequence, is absolutely addictive and also very challenging at the same time. It is something that I kept coming back to again and again, and I really wanted to power through that story and find out the truth behind each and every girl's alternate pathway and ending.
As for my second choice, it's going to be Bunny Garden. So this is a dating sim adventure game that takes place in a gentleman's haven called Bunny Garden. At the Bunny Garden, you can enjoy drinking with the adorable staff and develop relationships. Forget about your daily stress and enjoy to your heart's content. And your choices will shape the narrative, and the fate of your relationships rests solely in your hands. So yeah, this game is filled with a bunch of different mini games, and it's definitely heavy on the fan service. And I will say it's definitely relaxing as well. So if you're into fun, relaxing dating sims with a bunch of waifus, this game is definitely for you.
Now, this is a visual novel that was released for the Nintendo Switch back in 2019. The story takes place in the small fictional Japanese town of Mihate. The game follows an unnamed male high school student who moves to the town and joins the school's mystery club. In this school club, he investigates the urban legend of the Yomibito, an event occurring every 100 years where corpses rise from the dead and rampage across the land. Investigation is spurred upon the realization that it has been 100 years since the supposedly last occurrence, and the unexplained recent deaths of the students of the school. Now, the really cool thing about this game is not only do the character portraits move, but also some of the background elements and the scenery also has some moving effects. This is a visually gorgeous visual novel, and it's one that I definitely want to get back into when I get the chance. This is a game which did not get a physical retail release here in Australia, and I do want to refer to the UK version of the game. And more specifically, with the UK version of World End Syndrome, I think you could only purchase it as the limited edition. I don't think you can get it standalone. I think it comes bundled with the art book, and that's why this game definitely has a bit of value behind it.
So my third pick is going to be Dead or Alive Extreme Scarlet 3. So this is a casual sports and beach themed game featuring characters from Dead or Alive. In this game, you'll engage in activities like beach volleyball, pool hopping, and other mini games while enjoying the tropical setting. The gameplay is light and fun, focusing on mini-games rather than the intense action and fighting. It's a relaxing, easygoing experience with simple controls. You can also collect costumes and interact with characters in various ways. The visuals are bright and colorful, with detailed character models and vibrant beach settings. The soundtrack is upbeat, fitting for the relaxed vibe of the game. Overall, this is a fun game for players looking for a casual experience with cute characters and simple activities.
So continuing with the cultured game pattern, next up we have Moero Crystal H. Now very obviously you will notice that this game has a huge emphasis on both ecchi and fan service content. So unfortunately this game isn't for everyone. There is a very particular type of fan base that this game caters towards. You know who you people are. Moero Crystal H is a dungeon crawler role-playing video game developed by Compile Heart, and it is in fact the third game within the Genkai Toki series, following Monster Monpiece and Moe Chronicle and preceding Genkai Toki 7 Pirates, also known as 7 Pirates H on the Nintendo Switch. So if you are a lover and collector of cultured Nintendo Switch games, I highly recommend that you add this one to your Nintendo Switch collection.
As for my fourth pick, this is going to be the Love Kami Trilogy. So this is a visual novel collection featuring 3 romantic stories where you interact with gods and spirits. The games combine elements of romance, fantasy, and drama, with a focus on making choices that affect the relationships and the story's outcome. Your decisions impact the romantic paths and how the characters develop. There's no combat or intense action. It's more about exploring relationships and experiencing the story. The game features colorful anime-style art, a relaxing soundtrack, and the character designs are very well attractive. And the environments match the game's fantasy setting, creating an engaging atmosphere. Overall, Love Kami Trilogy is a good choice for fans of romantic visual novels. It's easy to pick up and offers a sweet, lighthearted experience for players who enjoy character-driven stories.
Now this game is actually a crossover between Hyperdimension Neptunia and the Senran Kagura series. Now I'm actually a pretty big fan of the Senran Kagura games. I really like the one that was on the Nintendo 3DS. I think it was called Senran Kagura Burst. However, I've never actively gotten into the Neptunia series, but that is something that I need to get around to doing at some point. This game in particular is a hack and slash JRPG, and you can pair up as 10 playable characters from both the Neptunia and Senran Kagura series respectively. There's also 2 new characters in this game exclusive to Neptunia X Senran Kagura, and those 2 characters are both Yuki and Go. So this is a game that I would keep an eye out on, as I do believe it is becoming a little bit uncommon at this point, and as always with these ecchi and waifu games, the prices do in fact go up.
And last but not least is my 5th choice, which is Knights of Azure 2. This is an action RPG set in a dark supernatural world. You play as a powerful warrior who teams up with allies to fight against demons and save the world from an evil curse. The game focuses on real-time combat, where you slash through enemies with a variety of weapons and magical abilities. The gameplay is fast-paced and enjoyable. There's also exploration and story progression, with side quests to complete. The story is emotional and centered around friendship, sacrifice, and the fight against evil. It's engaging with a strong focus on character relationships and a mix of dark fantasy and adventure. Overall, Knights of Azure 2 is a solid action RPG with a great story and exciting combat. While it might feel repetitive at times, it's a good pickup for fans of fantasy action games looking for an emotional journey. So yeah, all the games that I listed today are all amazing, and thank you so much guys for watching all this, and thanks again to Upper Nimbus for having me on today's video. With that being said, hope you guys have a great day, and God bless. Peace.
So my last choice on this list is Gun Gun Pixies. The game of Gun Gun Pixies is a third-person shooter, platformer, and visual novel video game published by Compile Heart. The game consists of elements of both adventure and stealth, as the player controls 2 tiny girls from outer space who visit planet Earth in order to study human behavior. The worldview is that of a small alien sneaking into a human girl's dormitory to observe their private lives, with the setting of levels in the game taking place in relatively large environments. The player is able to look at the girls from a doll-sized perspective from various angles. There are several goals within Gun Gun Pixies, such as collecting coins while avoiding being seen by the human girls, and when the player fails to find the necessary information for the mission, they will be tasked to shoot at the human girls with happy bullets. These so-called happy bullets raise the endorphin levels of the female victims, depending on which body parts are being targeted, which you can probably let your wildest imagination take a guess as to what those body parts entail. Gun Gun Pixies is a must-have for any collector of cultured Nintendo Switch games. So if you did like today's video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And be sure to go check out Ghostlink's channel as he also covers a lot of Nintendo Switch content. And by the way, you should probably check out his channel because he also had me on for a dual collab as his latest upload. And we talk about the best waifus found on the Nintendo Switch. So until the next time everybody, Upper Nimbus is signing off.